Welcome back to the channel. We are here December 16th, and this is going to be the breakdown for the Las Vegas Raiders and the Los Angeles Chargers. We have this game coming up tomorrow, Thursday Night Football. This is going to be the last Thursday Night Football game, and you're going to see more of Saturday night game videos. They're trying to do a little doubleheader. We already know this the last couple weeks of the season that they switch over. Thursday goes away, and then they add Saturday because that's going to follow through into the playoffs as well. But for the sake of this video, we have Chargers against Raiders, and these are two bad defenses on both sides. Pretty much last week what we saw from the Chargers, they got lucky in that Atlanta Falcons game. They were able to run the ball all over the Chargers with Ito Smith and not even Todd Gurley, which is embarrassing. But mistakes from Matt Ryan, 3 mistakes from Matt Ryan, gave that game literally to the Chargers. Anthony Lynn was coaching horribly. A situation at the end of the second half where they could have put points on the board. They were in the red zone and they killed 22 seconds and they went to halftime with no points. It makes no sense what the type of judgments that Anthony Lynn comes up with, and it's kind of ridiculous. On the other side, we have John Gruden dealing with some injuries on the defensive side of the ball, firing his defensive coordinator and adjusting to Rod Marinelli as the interim defensive coach. And also some injuries on that side that you're looking at for the Oakland Raiders. They're going to be without Cleveland Ferrell, who's been playing well, Jonathan Abram, cornerback Damon Arnett, and linebacker Nicholas Morrow. The replacements for them is going to be Carl Nassib, who we know he's decent. Vic Beasley, we know who he is. Maybe he wakes up 1 week. Arden Key, linebacker Corey Littleton, and defensive backs Nevin Lawson and Darren Worley. So not the greatest names in the world, but they're going to have to make do with the new coordinator and these new backup pieces that are going to be jumping up into the start of the lineup. And just thinking about this game, I'm not really thinking about defenses on either side. I like the offenses on both. So you choosing captains is pretty much going to be either a pass catcher or a pass thrower. Most likely a pass catcher because not that many lineups win with quarterbacks, but it is an option because both of these guys have the ability to run the ball. And Justin Herbert, as you can see, he hasn't run the ball as of late. The last 2 games, no stats in the rushing department, just strictly throwing. That's going to be huge to his, points. As you see right here, previous weeks, week 10, week 9, he was getting some rushing opportunities, and these teams already faced, and the Raiders already beat them, and now Raiders are home in this situation. And Herbert was able to have a great game, 326 yards, 2 TDs, 5 rushing attempts for 24 yards, and a fumble, no TD. But now, as of late, he's not rushing the ball. He's been staying in the pocket. You need that X factor when you're paying for these high-priced guys. 17,700. I definitely want him in my lineup. I'm not sure if I want him in that captain. We can sprinkle him in. And then Derek Carr at the other side has been coming on as of late. Not great performances QB wise, but fantasy wise, definitely there. 2 TDs, 3 TDs the last 2 weeks. Has been giving up interceptions, but the key is this rushing production. He's been getting out of the pocket, they're using him in the red zone and getting TDs the last 2 weeks, 28 DK and 35 DK. That's what you want. And in this matchup, I can see him doing something similar to that. I know Chargers have a decent pass D. They have some guys. They are injured because they have some guys that are out as well. But especially at that safety position, and that's going to make me bring up Darren Waller. Darren Waller should eat up this secondary for the Chargers. They don't have an answer for this freak of nature. And that's the key to the Raiders. They're going to need to feed Darren Waller, and they're going to need to run Josh Jacobs. Okay, so Darren Waller, I like him in the flex position. Let me move him over. And one of my favorite plays that I'm going to have a lot, he's going to be the pitcher on this video. I love Josh Jacobs. I think this is going to be Josh Jacobs' breakout game. He hasn't had one since Denver. And they're going to need to feed him the ball. He didn't face the nope. Yes, he did. He did. In that game prior against the Chargers, 14 carries, 65 yards, got you a TD. If they only fed him more, because he's the key. He's the key. You feed him, they're going to be able to move the ball on the Chargers defense. You control clock and leave, don't give it back in the hands of Justin Herbert, who has a lot of potential to throw up and down the field. Now, with the pass catchers, let me throw Josh Jacobs in at captain. With the pass catchers on the Chargers side, we have some questionable tags right here between Keenan Allen and Mike Williams. They both been practicing limited. I believe Mike Williams was in concussion protocol, or was it hamstring? It's back. It's a back issue. So you're gonna have to wait on news on him if he's definitely gonna play. Both guys are definitely viable because there's not an elite corner on that Raiders defense. So I definitely like Keenan Allen and I like Mike Williams. They have some guys that can step up as well. The last time he faced them, 9 for 103 and a TD. This man is pretty much a lock. So we're just gonna throw him in as long as he's playing. They're not playing for none, so they might sit him out. But as long as we're gonna act like he's healthy, as long as he's healthy, he's gonna be in there. You have to have him. The last time Mike Williams played him, 5 for 81, no TD, got you 13 DK. Some other wide receivers to look at to pair with Herbert, who we're going to put in here. I'm going to put him here. And see, as you can see, you have to go cheap somewhere. I put in Jacobs, Waller, Keenan Allen, Herbert. I didn't even get to put in Derek Carr. So you're going to have to make some decisions. I'm leaning towards, I like the running game, and I like Waller with the Derek Carr connection. You're going to have to find a cheaper option to pair probably with Herbert since he's at such a high price. Or you're going to have to make a decision between not taking Carr, leaving him out, playing with Jacobs or Waller, and then finding another cheap guy to throw in that flex position. And some guys to look at for the Chargers side. Hunter Henry's at 5,800. He's been coming as of late. Him and Parham are the two tight ends that they got against Atlanta. 8 targets, 6 of 40 for 41, not a touchdown. Another option for the Chargers. Where is the other guy? There you go. Tyron Johnson. Now, he showed up. Him and Guyton are the two dart throws at wide receiver. He made a huge catch and at the end of that game in the fourth quarter against Atlanta, Tyron Johnson. And he's that third wide receiver that they have, that they like. And more in the middle guy. And then Guyton is that deep target that they usually throw a couple, 1 or 2 balls every single game to him. But if that's a more of a Hail Mary play. But Tyron Johnson at 5K is a decent selection. Guyton, I told you about him. He's going to have a ton of air yards if you look at him. The question is, he's going to come down with that big play. Sometimes he does, sometimes he doesn't. And if he doesn't, you're not looking at a great day. But when he does against Jacksonville, you get 16 points, okay? He's going to hit one big play, and that's pretty much it for Jalen Guyton, unless there's a main injury on their side. Kickers, yes. Kickers I do like in this game. Either or. I feel like you're going to have to use one of these two. Badgley has been very up and down this season. He hasn't been good from 50 yards plus. He's been missing attempts this season. He's been more better, closer in range. So Badgley is an option because I definitely think the ball will be able to be moved from 20 to 20. The question is, can they cash in that red zone? And if they can't, then these guys are going to come in with big performances. Daniel Carson has been pretty good. 28 attempts, only 2 misses all year long. 92 percentage. This is a solid guy to have in your lineup. You choose between Carlson and Badgley. Definitely have them in your scripts if you're going to do, multiple lineups, 50 to 100, upwards of that. And then we're looking for other cheap options. Not really seeing it because I'm avoiding both defenses. I don't want either defense on either side. With the injury, I found one. With the injury to Henry Ruggs, it's not even injury, it's COVID. Bryan Edwards, the rookie, can step up. We've been seeing rookies pop up as of lately, having big games. So the Raiders wide receiver, the Raiders wide receivers that is going to come up and be a factor. You got Hunter Renfrow. We like Nelson Aguilar. We're gonna get to him, but Bryan Edwards with Henry Ruggs out is going to be thrusted into the starting lineup. He's going to get more offensive snaps. So he is a viable punt at $400. I think so. And then we're going to go to our favorite guy, one of our favorite guys on the offensive side. Second favorite guy. Sorry. Other than Darren Waller, the next receiver right behind him at 7,400 is going to be Nelson Aguilar. And like I said, these are higher price guys. You're going to have to get creative. You might need to sit Herbert in the lineup. You might have to sit Keenan Allen and go with a cheaper option. Maybe it's Mike Williams instead of Keenan Allen this game. That's hard to see, but it's gonna be a ton of points in this game. And I'm definitely like Nelson Aguilar. 9 targets, 11 targets, 6 and 9. Consistency is there. Question is he going to get in the end zone? This is a game where he can. He already has 7 TDs so far this season. And that's what I pretty much like. I think this is going to be a high scoring affair. Both of the teams are going to be going at it. The last time they faced was 31-26. That's 57 points. And right now, currently, the over under is at 53. So you know where I'm leaning on that one. You're just gonna have to get creative. I definitely recommend you choosing, more than one lineup and picking guys in and out just to adjust these prices because Keenan Allen and Herbert are very, very high priced. I definitely do like Josh Jacobs. I think he's going to be a lower owned captain in this slate because he hasn't done much as of late. But this is definitely a matchup right here. If you're looking at the rushing defense, 21st ranked, and this is the key to the Raiders. I think they're home. I think Gruden's going to establish that run game because he doesn't want to lean on that defense. He knows that he just switched defensive coordinators. He knows his holes. He's a better coach than Anthony Lynn, and give me Josh Jacobs at a lower owned price. I think this is a good game for him. I also like Darren Waller. I also like Austin Eckler as well. He's also questionable. So you're going to have to wait. Be patient on the Charger side, but we already know what's coming from the Raiders side, okay? Raiders have been getting gashed as of late in the rushing department. So this is another guy you got to factor into your lineups. And this is where you can fade Herbert and bring in Eckler because he just gets so much work. And where's this guy? Oh, he's right here. Okay. So, like I said, you could fade Herbert and go Eckler because he's using him in every single facet. Okay. Obviously, in a rushing game, 15 attempts for 79 yards. And then if you're looking at the receiving, which is key, he has a 9 reception gain, a 4 reception gain, and 11 reception gain. So he is definitely there to check down the ball to Austin Eckler, just like Phillip Rivers has done in previous years to all his running backs. I think this is just like a part of Anthony Lynn's offense, but he is going to be there. I like to use the kickers as the cheaper guys. And if you really need to go really cheap, I like Bryan Edwards. But other than that, give me running backs on both sides. Give me Darren Waller, definitely. And you choose between which quarterback you want to put into the lineup. And then you mix and match for the rest of the flexes, okay? Let me know if you think you agree with my strategy for this slate. Maybe you have a better captain. I don't know. I'm going with Josh Jacobs in this match. Please don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to the channel. We are at 221. I already spoke about the goal. What the previous goal was 200. Now it's going to be 300. We're going to be stepping up, and we want more views and more content is going to be coming. Don't forget to follow me on Instagram and Twitter as well as Metness at MetsNestJetsD. That's where you can contact me. And if you want one of my picks, go to my Instagram, direct message me, and we'll go from there. And I'll let you know what I feel about this game, other than the over. Okay. Thank you guys for tuning in. I'll see you tomorrow with another video. And peace out.